All right, everybody, this is our wrap-up video from our gym call today, how to coach challenging clients. Now, what's a challenging client? That's a subjective experience, a subjective term, right? Challenging. But I'm going to list a few. Maybe you can identify that you've had experience with folks like this that you've been challenged by. And then I'm going to offer a couple thoughts, and feel free to add your comments below, questions, and I'll address them as I can. And we'll continue to gain some more clarity, inspiration, understanding, and hopefully mastery in your coaching. And if you're applying these things in regular conversations, you become more masterful in your conversations, because at the end of the day, life's really about having excellent communication and excellent conversations. So, to include, by the way, with challenging people, which you are sometimes too. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to read a couple things here. So who are some challenging clients? People with less self-awareness, right, than yourself. Dominant personalities, right? People who are always right. They want to control the session. They're hard to convince. People who are foreign. And foreign could be nationality. It could be from a different region. It could be from a different culture. It could be someone who thinks differently than you, right? So foreign is a term that's certainly relative to the domain in which you're speaking. Boy, if you coach coaches, they can be challenging because they end up coaching themselves sometimes, and it's hard for them to slip right into just being coached, right? Being the client. Coaching non-coaches are people who haven't ever been coached before, because you're teaching them oftentimes a whole new way of thinking and being in the world and engaging in conversation. That can be a challenge. Let's see, resistant clients. People who just generally, they show up late, they say things that are contradictory and all that. That can be challenging, right? A couple people added in the gym call today, people who are overly sure of themselves, who want coaching but don't want coaching. Have you ever coached somebody like that? They show up, they paid, they want coaching, but the way they interact, they don't really want to change. They really don't want the coaching. And then there's also the people who just want you to tell them what to do. Now, at the end of the day, all these things can feel resistive and resistant, and sometimes and oftentimes coaches will say, they'll talk about their clients being resistant or that they are a challenge. And what I say is there's no such thing as a resistant client, only unresourceful coaches, which really puts, of course, the onus back on us. Who are you being? What are you doing or not doing, right? That actually facilitates the very thing you're complaining about. It helps really recreate their pattern with you, and unfortunately, sometimes the pattern in their lives. Now that's the kind of a tough one. Imagine that they're paying you to change and you're busy witnessing it, getting paid, and reinforcing it and blaming them. The poetry. So one of the things, let me see just one other thing I want to say. Oh, well, I'm going to list a few things here for you. Is we talked about people who, oh, my client's always in their head. My client won't stop telling stories. My client doesn't know how to visualize. My client is afraid to get in the experience and feel their emotions and all those things. And again, these are things that oftentimes we don't know how to help our clients visualize. We don't ask questions that help facilitate our clients experiencing that which they want to experience more in their lives. We ask questions that lead them right to their head. The bottom line is, what is the work you have to do as a coach? What is the work you have to do as a human being, right? To be okay with where they are, to normalize it, perhaps, right? Yeah, of course you're thinking this thing through, and to also invite them. But we also want to make sure, right? Invite them into a broader experience. We also want to make sure you're having this, you're standing like a guy who's in charge of his life, and you're breathing like it, you're acting like it, okay? So think about the challenging clients you have, and then turn it back on yourself. What is it you aren't doing? Who is it that you are not being, or what is it you're not accessing within yourself to engage it more powerfully to help your clients overcome that challenge? All right, more to come. See y'all in the next video. Peace. If you got something from this video, click like and subscribe in the center of the screen. There's a lot more videos and interviews on my channel. If you'd like to learn more about coaching Uncompromised, hit the icon on the left. If you'd like to see some more videos on living uncompromised, tap the icon on the right. If you have any questions, comments, or if you want me to cover any other topic, just write me below.